GridBuddy is an app with a simple concept: to create grids as layers over your Salesforce data. It may sound basic, but what this interface switch can do is remarkable, delivering the data admins or users need in one screen, view records together, even unrelated ones, and update large volumes of data. Now, new for 2020, there's a more impressive generation of GridBuddy called GridBuddy Cloud. It's something unique, enabling admins to integrate multiple Salesforce orgs and other data sources in one view, ideal for companies working out of multiple Salesforce orgs. I originally reviewed GridBuddy just over a year ago and was keen to explore its future vision. This in-depth review covers its features, ideal use cases, setup effort, and the potential impact that adding this platform to your Salesforce stack could bring. Right, so let's start with the basics. Grids fill a gap in the native Salesforce interface. Who doesn't love a list view? People take to list views naturally, and I'm sure some of your users reminisce about the golden age of Excel. The major plus points of list views and why they're loved so much is the ability to view and edit multiple records at one time. But where do list views have their limitations? Firstly, a list view can only be based on one single object. Viewing related records requires creating a report, and then if you're an admin, you know that you're at the mercy of report type limitations there. The point that I'm trying to make is that there's no simple way to create a list of records where you can edit multiple records like in list views and also have the related record overview that reports offer. So grids are therefore powered up list views that show related records and offer the advantages of inline editing and record create all in one interface. Now we're up to speed on grids, let's see what's new with GridBuddy Cloud. GridBuddy Cloud is the next generation of GridBuddy, enabling you to create grids that pull data into one view, regardless of which org that record is stored in. It's a powerful idea. Let's take the account management grid as an example, which shows accounts and all their related records, such as cases and opportunities, in a single interface. This is powerful for any user who needs to view the details of any activity happening in a particular account. But see the image and notice the collapsible sections, which feature a label for the org these records belong to. So an account owner in the UK sales team using the UK org can be made aware of an open case in the EMEA org. Let's visit the admin's control panel at gridbuddy.com, where you'll become a mixologist of multiple Salesforce orgs and external data sources. The potential to have multiple connected data sources is the key differentiator between GridBuddy Cloud and its previous version. Of course, I was interested in Salesforce as the data source, but when I went through the process of creating a data source in the demo account, there was a strong hint at the direction GridBuddy Cloud is heading in, with SAP Hybris and OData visible as options, and as I later found out, are both planned on the roadmap. Let's do an overview on how grids are built to perhaps answer some of those questions going around in your mind. So, listen up, admins. Building a grid can be broken down into three parts. Firstly, there's the what it's called stage, where you add high-level details and mix in your data sources. Secondly, what features it has. So here you select which fields you want to display in the grid, and you can do that by object. The layout makes it really clear to view which fields from which object you've added to the grid as you go along and how they all relate. Finally, there's the how it's filtered stage, which pulls in the records users need and controls whether the records are editable. So not only can we mix and match record access by object, we also have to consider which orgs those permissions apply to. For example, if I'm the user working out of the UK org, I should only be able to view and edit my accounts, but I should also be able to see, that's only view, the cases related to my accounts across all international orgs. And luckily the GridBuddy interface makes it really easy to set up those filters in a simple, not convoluted way. The everyday Salesforce user, on the other hand, can access GridBuddy grids through either the app launcher, the grids tab, or you can embed them in Lightning record pages as well. So as an admin, you'll be able to get grids in front of users whichever way they use Salesforce. And then there's ready grids, which are pre-built grids
There's 8 in total for account management, campaign management, case, lead, pipeline, profile, and user management. So there's something for everyone there. I don't want to overload you with a lot of information right now, but it's also worth mentioning that although actions such as clone record and mass create records come out of the box, you can also create custom actions for your grids, and that grids are also mobile ready, so they're available and optimized for the Salesforce mobile app. The previous GridBuddy review highlighted use cases for improving user productivity, mainly around account and pipeline management. Of course, that's all still true, but now I can see a big play for admin productivity as well. Managing permissions is an admin bugbear, especially those pesky permission sets. Imagine being able to compare permission sets by user or by profile, and even across multiple orgs. Well, you can then take this a step further and audit all the profiles themselves, the object level permissions, permission sets, and so on, to ensure consistency in your user permissions across different orgs globally. After getting familiar with the tool myself and looking back at the use cases covered in the review, even if you applied some of these, you're likely to have justified this investment. Well, I suppose it depends how far you want to embed grids into your org, but they definitely do open up efficiency for multiple teams around your organization, from admins to the sales team, service, marketers, and just whoever else you need to service as an admin. If this overview has grabbed your attention, I recommend you read the whole review on the Salesforce Ben blog, where I go into much greater detail on the app. You'll find the link to the review in the video description. See you there.